Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be having an update on the tropics. We'll be talking about Major Hurricane Teddy, Tropical Storm Wilfred. We also have leftovers for Polute, which is right here. Got Tropical Depression 22 there. Got another disturbance right there. And then we're actually now in the Greek alphabet. It is very hard to see, but this is Subtropical Storm Alpha. We're actually now in the Greek alphabet. Has max sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. This time here, I got a pressure of 999 millibars. So let's talk about Alpha first here, since this is the first named storm in the alphabet, in the Greek alphabet here. So we got Subtropical Storm Alpha. By radar imagery, it did have kind of like an eye-like structure. I don't know why I can't say that. It is currently making landfall at Portugal there as a tropical storm at this time here. So definitely quite an interesting system here. It should die down into a subtropical depression when it goes over land there. But yeah, definitely quite interesting to see there by Subtropical Storm Alpha. Let's next talk about Major Hurricane Teddy with winds of 130 miles per hour. I believe this is still a category. Yeah, this is I think a category 4 hurricane still, 130 mile per hour winds, got pressure 947 millibars, so it's quite a low pressure system there, moving northwest at 12 miles an hour there. And you can see here, not as organized like it was yesterday, kind of fall apart a little bit overnight there, but things like by the models it will gain some strength again. There's also some really good news for Bermuda right now, and let's take a look to the tracks. For Bermuda, models have shift that Teddy will miss Bermuda to the east. This is the hurricane models. There is also no threat to Maine of the United States. However, there is a threat to Nova Scotia there in eastern Canada there. And those people got to watch Teddy as well. Here's the GFS ensembles. So it'd be quite a low pressure system when it makes it to Nova Scotia. Here's the GFS ensemble at parallel tracks. You can see are very similar to the rest. Here's the intensity guidance here, and as you can see here, submods are looking to be continuing it through a category 4, although the majority shows it die down to a category 3, and then eventually when it gets by Nova Scotia, it probably will be there as a tropical storm there, which here's the National Hurricane Center outlook there. Even though if it hits Bermuda, it'll probably make a landfall there as a Category 2 hurricane. But good news is it should miss Bermuda to the east. Although you guys may be able to see some of the outer bands of Teddy. You can see here, Teddy is expected to make landfall somewhere in Nova Scotia as a weak hurricane or a strong subtropical storm there. So Nova Scotia definitely need to watch for Teddy. Okay. Uh, let's talk about the remains of Polute, which is this right here. It's got a 40% chance of developing in the next 5 days and a low end 30% chance in the next 48 hours. So remains of Polute, very disorganized, is actually affecting some of the islands there. And you can see here it will continue to move southward and it should die out somewhere into sea here. You can see about the remains of Polute on the model guidance for the intensity should expect to die down into a tropical depression eventually, die out somewhere out into sea. Although it does have a threat to a few islands there, but the good news is that it doesn't have a lot of rain associated with it. Although it does have some gusty winds with it as well, so we're definitely going to those people there need to watch out for some uh, gusty winds there. It's looking to at least it's looking to be the primary threat for those folks. So that's the remains of Polute here. Let's talk about what's next here. Uh, this is potential cyclone 23. Well, at least that's what it says on here, but it's actually Wilfred right here. with max sustained winds of 40-mile-per-hour winds. Pressure of 1,008 millibars here, moving west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. So it's moving decently fast there. And you can see here becoming a little bit better organized, although you do have a large area convection to the west of that system. But it doesn't look like it's going to strengthen all that much. It's expected to die out into sea here. Kind of similar to what happened to Rene here, but again, Wilfred is looking to be more of a fish storm than anything else. Although we'll keep an eye on that if anything starts to change. Here's the model guidance here. You can see the majority of the models are bringing it down into a tropical depression. So we do expect this to die out somewhere into sea by Wilfred. Alright, last but not least, let's talk about 22 here. Tropical Depression 22. This will eventually become Beta here. That'll be the next name in the list here. It's got sustained winds of 35 miles an hour, so it's a strong tropical depression with a pressure of 1,005 millibars. There was a recon plane through in there yesterday. They did find some tropical depression winds in there. It's moving north-northeast at 7 miles an hour. So, and bad news is there'll be effects along the Texas and the Louisiana coast here. They won't have a direct landfall here, but I'll show you guys here the forecast here. So as you can see here, this is linked to be the track here. It will have a sharp western turn here towards Texas, although it may not make landfall into Texas. You can see here how large the model uncertainty is. It can either go a couple 100 miles inland, or it could go about a few 100 miles, not even far, or another. What I'm trying to say is not even close to the coast of Texas. You can see the cone of uncertainty is extremely large here, so we don't really quite know where this is going to be going at this point. Although we do expect this to become a hurricane, however, although it may die down back into a tropical storm if it does make landfall into Texas there. But, and again, let me show you the effects here. There will still be effects from Tropical Depression 22. So if we go and move on to the south central United States, here's your rainfall forecast here. And as you can see here, along the coast, anywhere from the Texas and Mexican border all the way to far southeastern Louisiana, we can see a decent amount of rain. So in the highest amounts looks to be just southwest of Galveston or Houston, Texas there with potentially 13 inches of rain. So we're looking to be what it seems to be there could be a lot of rain coming along the coastline of some of these regions here. So that's looking to be the primary threat at this point here. So anybody that lives anywhere on the Louisiana, Texas coast needs to watch out for some flash flooding here because there's going to be a lot of rain coming, and also, unfortunately, Tropical Pressure 22 will be sticking around for quite a few days, is what it seems here. Now, if we take a look into the model guidance here, as you can see here, it looked like it could potentially stay stationary somewhere just off the southeast coast of Texas here and eventually start to move to the northeast. So we'll be watching that very closely here. Here's the intensity guide. You can see here, models do agree to get it to a tropical storm, although a couple models do bring it to the Category 1 hurricane territory, which I think it could happen there. Although we'll keep an eye on this here very closely here, because this is definitely something we really need to watch very closely here. And here's a parallel ensemble tracks here. You can see are pretty much all over the place here. So, and again, definitely need to watch for Tropical Depression 22 very closely. Alright, last thing is this disturbance 2. Right now, it has a low end 20% chance throughout the next 5 days. It will affect Cape Verde, but I think beyond that, it should be more of a fish storm at this point here. But we'll keep an eye on that system there very closely, although it's kind of early to see what could happen from that system. Um, I believe someone said a Canadian model last night, which was something quite odd. Let's take a look into that. Uh, I believe it was the Canadian model. As you can see here about the Canadian model, it actually makes landfall into Texas there, but if we go to pretty much yesterday's run here, and as you can see here, pretty much almost like the worst case scenario here. You can see here it just stays stationary over those waters. Eventually moves to the east there. It continues to an eastward path there. It may affect Florida. So, but again, definitely need to watch 22 very closely here. Excuse me, over the next few days. So, anyways, guys, this is all for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy this tropical update. If you guys like this tropical update, hit the like button. If you really do like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications so you know from this upload. Before I leave, almost forgot about this. I do apologize for not releasing a winter thoughts video uh, last Saturday. That's because it's the high uncertainties with the models, and also the Jamstack model was not updated at that time. Also, a lot of new things have come in so far this week, so I'm confident to release a second winter thoughts video tomorrow. Uh, so stay tuned for that. But going back to this video here, if you guys got any questions on this video here, you could put a comment section down below. I want you guys questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.